Hey fellow movers! Here's an everyday routine that's going to keep you healthy and mobile for years and years to come. For more detailed instruction on the exercises performed within this routine, click on the links in the top right corner. Let's get underway with a drill that we practice in order to encourage lymphatic circulation. We'll begin by placing the right hand at the left collarbone, tapping 5 times. Then to the right collarbone, 5 taps. Place the hand behind the left ear and tap for 5. Behind the right ear, tap for 5. At the left armpit, 5 taps. And at the right armpit for 5 taps. Place the hands next on the belly and alternate the taps between the right and left hand. So 10 taps in total. Then your hands are placed at your hip line. 10 taps in total, alternating between the hands. And lastly, both hands behind the knees, tapping 5 quick taps there. And next we will bounce, bouncing at the knees, keeping the feet flat to the ground. For about 20 to 30 seconds, try to feel the shoulder blades bounce up and down on your back. And this is to, again, encourage lymphatic circulation. We tap the areas that have a plethora of lymph nodes. After we've stimulated the nodes by tapping, then we bounce to encourage the circulation. And this will help us to improve our vitality, our energy level, and keep us healthy for the long term. And then we can further encourage some circulation with this wonderful spiral performed through the spinal column. And let your arms crash into your body. Your feet are about shoulder width apart, your knees are slightly bent. You can tuck the tailbone under for a posterior tilt of the pelvis and twist through the spinal column, turning the breastbone from right to left. Moving on to some shoulder rotations. We're going to hold the torso still by engaging through the abdominals and glutes. Reach your left fist down to the ground and create a full rotation through that right shoulder. Through the back range of motion, keep the thumb pointing up to the sky and press the back side of the hand in towards your center line. Once the arm is about 30 degrees behind the body, give a full internal rotation at the shoulder and sweep past the hip. And repeat. Perform about 3 rotations in one direction and then reverse the arm before changing sides. And go slow, particularly through the back range of motion, when the arm is behind the body, because this is the sticky range of the motion. Because in modern daily living, we don't often take the arm behind the body. And over time, if we don't access a range of motion, the body will simply take that range away from us. Remember to keep your abdominals and your gluteal muscles firmly engaged and prevent rotation through the upper body. So you're holding your shoulder girdle squared straight forward. Try to hold your head and your neck perfectly still as well. To learn more about these shoulder rotations, taught to me by Dr. Andrea Ospina, check out the link in the top right corner. There's quite a lot of details that go into these rotations if you really want to fine-tune this movement pattern and keep your shoulders healthy for years and years to come. And after 3 rotations in each direction for each arm, we're going to move on to this figure 8 movement for the arm. You can imagine you're swinging the arm in the pattern of a figure 8, as if that figure 8 is lying on its side. So we'll place the left hand at the breastbone. And we're basically drawing one big circle in the front of the body and one big circle behind the body. And we can perform the exercise in both directions, meaning we're leading off with the thumb for one direction and we're leading off with the pinky finger for the other. And now we're changing arms, and you can perform anywhere from 10 to 15 reps in each direction. And notice that the knees are slightly bent. Again, the tailbone can tuck under, and we want to generate force and swing by rotating through the upper body, rotating the breastbone to the right and to the left as the arm swings through that range of motion, releasing tension as you throw the arm down. And now we're getting into some fast elbow rotations, but take it slow as needed. We want to generate rotation again through the upper body. Knees slightly bent, tailbone tucked under, and we're swinging those arms about in a rotational pattern while holding the upper arms fixed in space before here changing the direction. and performing about 15 to 20 reps in each direction. For more detailed instruction on your elbow rotations, give a click to the top right link. Moving right along to some spinal waves in the sagittal plane. We can move from the bottom up, and we can also move from the top down. Perform the movement for anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds, or much longer if you have the time, and try to create just a little bit of movement between each and every vertebra of the spine. Next, we'll be moving into our hip rotations. And we can perform anywhere from 3 to 4 rotations in each direction before changing sides. There's a lot that goes into this exercise. Again, refer to the link in the top right corner for more detailed instructions. And here we're changing the direction. Keep your abdominals firmly engaged and try to hold your torso perfectly still, your pelvis squared forward. As you make as big of a rotation through your right hip as possible, we also want to firmly engage the right glute as the leg wraps behind the body through that back range of motion. And then we can step forward and change legs. Rotating through the left hip now. If you're having trouble balancing with this exercise, you can grab a wall, a stick, a chair, whatever you have handy. Attempt to maintain a 90-degree bend at that left knee as you fully rotate through the hip. And once again, we will change the direction. I have also created a playlist which holds all of the instructional videos for each of the exercises that you're seeing in this routine. So you can click on the link in the descriptions box underneath this video, or you can wait till the very end of this video and click on the link in the end screen. Alright guys, after your 3 to 4 rotations in the reverse on the left side, we're about to perform figure 8s for the hips. Let's now balance on the left leg, and let's give it a shot. So this one takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of time to figure out, because we're going to be moving the right leg in the shape of the figure 8 in both directions. And you can perform anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions in each direction. And then we're about to reverse it here. Hold on to something for balance if needed, but challenge your balance here and attempt to do your best either holding on very lightly to something or balancing on the single leg. Here we're changing sides, moving the left leg, swinging the left leg in the pattern of a figure 8, drawing a big circle in the front of the body and trying to circle in the back of the body as well. Again, let's change the direction. And that movement from the swinging leg is actually going to attempt to throw you off balance. And your job is to recover and hold yourself standing tall. Let's drop the hips and take it down to our Primal Squat. If the Primal Squat is too difficult for you, grab something to place under your heels, perhaps a stick or some mats. And we're going to press the knees wide by placing the upper arms on the insides of both knees. And press the knees wide, hold for 3, 2, 1, and let the knees close in. Next, we're working on some internal rotation at the hips as we draw one knee towards the opposite big toe. This one's rather advanced. If it's too difficult, place your hands on the ground behind your hips, coming into a crab position as you perform your internal rotation. The Primal Squat is amazing to create mobility through your lower back, ankles, hips, knees. For more ways to work your Primal Squat, once again, click the link in the top right corner. Moving on, we have thoracic spine rotation. We place one hand at the breastbone and reach the opposite hand back behind you, rotating through the upper back. Perform anywhere from 5 to 10 reps in each direction. And that brings us to the end of this Wake Up and Move routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget, you can click on the top right link in order to access the playlist, which hosts all of my individual instructional videos for the exercises we went through in this routine. Thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget, keep moving naturally for life.